Hello and welcome to today's presentation, the Child Care Provider Expansion Initiative, Developing Your Business Plan Guide for July 2022. In today's conversation, we'll talk about the Expansion Initiative, what are the key components of a successful business plan, what is the scoring process, and how can I best prepare my business plan. Introduction. The Child Care Provider Expansion Initiative provides funding for child care businesses creating new capacity through expansion of their existing business or opening of a new one on or after March 1st, 2022. This innovative program will help to improve access to high-quality child care throughout the state. Funding will help to offset costs as incurred as providers prepare to open or expand their businesses and to provide additional support during the initial stages of program launch via startup and initial operating awards. To learn if your expansion is eligible for the initiative, please review the application guide and/or the application guide video series. In this video, we will only be discussing the business plan component of the application. About business plans. A main component of your application for the Child Care Provider Expansion Initiative will involve answering key questions outlining your business plan for your new or expanding childcare business. These plans will be scored, and results will impact which applicants ultimately receive funding. So we recommend that you take steps to ensure that you have thoroughly prepared for your responses. To help you with this preparation, this guide will help you to understand key components of a successful business plan, explain the scoring process, and also provide you with the specific questions you will be asked in your application. Business plans. Your business plan is important because it describes 1. What you are proposing. 2. Why are you embarking on this expansion or choosing to open a new business? 3. Where is the expansion or new business taking place? 4. Who are the staff needed that will be a key part of successful growth? And 5. How much will it cost and how will you fund it? Parts of the business plan. They include the details and nature of your proposed expansion, your business's value proposition, which is your why, your market and location details, operations and personnel information, including the director and staff, and your financial information, including your budgets and cash flow projections. Business plan scoring. Here you'll see the possible points that are available for business plans. The categories are experience, which could be 10 out of 100 points, market and location, 25 out of 100 points, operations and personnel, 10 out of 100, financials, 30 out of 100, interview, 10 out of 100. 95 out of 100 points or higher for funding. This is how the parts of the business plan are broken down for scoring purposes. You can view the scorecard online. Value proposition. Your value proposition is the beginning of your business plan. This is not scored, but is required and sets the tone for your plan and lets the reviewer learn more about your organization. This explains why you. This is your opportunity to share what makes your business special. Experience. Providers can receive a possible 10 out of 100 points. These questions ask about the owner's relevant experience in the childcare field. You should make sure to highlight any experience that you have as an owner and/or director, including relevant experience such as previous work in other roles in early childhood education or K-12 education, and/or any experience in business management. Your previous experience in each category will be considered, so you will not automatically be disqualified if your experience is not all in childcare. Market and location. Here you should demonstrate that you truly understand your market and the demand for your childcare business in the location you intend to serve. There are a possible 25 out of 100 points. You will be asked to describe the geographic area you are serving, what types of care you are offering, and your hours of business. You will be asked about enrollment trends in recent years, if applicable. and will be expected to demonstrate how and why you know there is a demand for your new or expanding childcare business. Here, you should include more than one example of demand for your program, as you can earn points for showing multiple examples. Similar to experience scoring, applicants can receive points for demonstrating parent demand, changes in landscape, providing high demand care during non-traditional hours or to serve infants, or being located in a childcare desert. This section also includes questions on your physical space, and you are expected to demonstrate your understanding of the space you need to open or expand your business. You may be asked about any possible plans for a build-out, new construction, or renovations to existing space and should provide details on those plans, including the timeline when possible. While you do not need to have a location secure when completing your business plan, you need to have one secured before you receive any funding. So you will need to include that information and the steps you'll take to secure it in your plan. Operations and personnel. Here you will talk through your needs and plans to hire and train additional staff as a part of your business expansion. There are a possible 10 out of 100 points. In this section, you will be asked about your need to hire additional staff and what specific roles they would fill, if applicable. You should be ready to explain exactly which roles you will need to fill in your new or expanded childcare business and what your plan is for recruiting, securing, and retaining the staff you need. You will also need to explain your plans for training new staff members and how much it will cost. Financials. In this area, providers are eligible for 30 out of 100 points. You will be asked about your planned rates for your expanded program and how they were set. Here, you should demonstrate a clear understanding of the childcare market in your location and be able to explain the reasoning behind your proposed rates. Be as detailed as possible. For example, specific rates articulated based on historic numbers or a cost of care analysis will generate a higher score than an answer that leaves questions on how your rates were determined. You will also be asked to upload your anticipated startup budget for your first 6 to 12 months of operations and will be expected to submit a narrative explaining your proposed budget in detail. Sole proprietors can include their pay in their budget and can follow the Paying Yourself guide and learn how to do this. For more support, see our project budget narrative template. You will also be asked about your cash flow for the first year of your new business or expansion. You will be asked to describe the anticipated cash position of the business for the first year and will have to submit a project cash flow statement to support your description. More information about creating a cash flow statement can be found at texaschildcare.gov. How can funds be used? Staffing costs to support operations while ramping up to full or expanded enrollment, indoor, outdoor, and office equipment and furnishings, permitting fees, for example, for CCR or related to inspections, education, classroom, kitchen, and safety materials or supplies, outreach costs associated with recruitment of families and staff, and minor renovations. Construction of new facilities and major renovations are prohibited. As you develop your business plan, specifically your budget for the expansion, it is important to know what your costs are and what costs can be covered by the expansion initiative. Timeline. In this category, there are a possible 10 out of 100 points. Your goal should be to show that your startup or expansion plans can be implemented within 6 months. The questions in this section are designed to make sure that you understand the timeline for opening or expanding your business. If you have not yet received your new or modified license, you will be asked to provide a timeline of the most important steps in your expanding or opening your new business, including start and end dates for all items. If you have received your new or modified license, you will be asked to provide a historical timeline of the most important steps in expanding or opening your business, including start and end dates for all times. You'll also be asked to include anticipated start and end dates for the steps that you have not yet completed as best you can estimate. Your goal should be to show that your startup or expansion plans can be implemented within 6 months. Lower scores will be awarded for timelines that will be implemented within 9 to 12 months. For more support, see our project timeline template. Timeline template. Here, we've provided a sample template for your business plan implementation timeline. You can add steps that you would like to take, the start and end dates, and you can also add notes to show your progress. Interview. This will be your opportunity to meet with staff and confirm or clarify aspects of your business plan for expansion. During your interview, you may have the opportunity to earn bonus points for explanations you provide on other score areas where points were previously lost. This category is 10 out of 100 points. Supporting documents and information. The timeline. You'll use the template provided. Business tax returns for the last 3 years. Contractor's estimates, if applicable, for build-out. Floor plans. Proof of current permit or copy of your application permit. Open childcare businesses only. Proof of eligibility for funding. 1 year startup budget narrative. Template has been provided. 12-month cash flow, and this template is also available. How you can best prepare. Download the Developing Your Business Plan guide and use the spaces provided to write out your plan. Gather your required historical documents so that you're ready to upload them. Download and utilize the associated templates that are available for you. Answer each question thoroughly and realistically. Do your best, but don't fret. Those scoring over the threshold will move to funding. Others will have the opportunity to participate in coaching. What help is available? Before applying, providers can find frequently asked questions, the application guide, developing your business plan guide, and the scoring rubric and protocol guides. During funding, group coaching sessions each month on key elements of developing your business plan, strengthening your business, and plan implementation will be held. Upcoming guides and resources for new and expanded childcare businesses will also be available. After applying, up to 3 one-on-one business coaching sessions to refine your business plan. Additional resources can be found at childcare.texas.gov. After licensing, free ongoing business coaching for licensed and registered providers at childcare.texas.gov. Carantis will service center-based providers. Avante will service home-based providers. CIVDAS Strategies Early Start for targeted, specialized support on key topics. Tools and resources. You can visit the program site at childcare.texas.gov/childcare-expansion. You can email questions to expansion@civstrat.com, or you can reach out for business coaching resources at childcare.texas.gov.